Hey guys, great to be here, man.
Uh,
We're at Sepang Circuit today. How's everybody?
Great dub there, mate. Good to hear your voice. You got Flicks here, you got Tex floating around out there in commentary land. Yeah, we're at the main race now. They're actually off and running. We're too busy talking and not watching. They are
Yeah,
bolting
they're off
down
and
the
running. There's no
straight.
doubt about that. It's great to see you all.
Absolutely.
Great to
There
have you
they
on board,
go.
Dub. And
Oh, Tex, what are you doing leading? You're not allowed to do that.
right, I didn't see that.
The Volvo's leading the pack.
Yeah, it's
Well,
we were saying before, it should be a Volvo race.
I
yeah,
always
that
like
was
the good
definitely.
Volvo.
Yeah, they were definitely mixing up the classes well. Volvo was the dominant class in this one, that's for sure. We've got obviously focusing on Jason Munns at the moment. Obviously didn't have the best of starts.
Yeah, we always seem to end up on Mons there somewhere along the line. It's either Mons or Edmonds, one of the two.
Yeah, they always seem to put some good action up there on screen.
They do. They're solid and fast drivers. I think they're in the Alien group, aren't they?
Could be
So,
the
Yeah,
team.
well, we have got a mixed match of a lot of countries and nationalities in this, and being the fact that ESR is a pretty cosmopolitan sort of lineup. It's glad we're not just always focusing on the Canadians.
Yeah, it does seem to be quite a few Canadians up there in the top 10.
Yeah, well, ESR is so predominantly based there and all their servers there. But anyway, well, like I said, we're back on the first round. We've actually got past the qualifier, heading into the main race. So, well, we're going to have a lot of tosses. I mean, these classic cars really produce great close racing anyway.
as you can see, yeah, it's very tight at the start at the moment. It's almost like a giant snake as they are
Hey, look
pushing
at
through.
me!
It's almost a bit of rally driving going on there with some of the guys cutting corners. That would be you, Tex, would it?
No, well, maybe.
Looks like the German's giving it all he's got coming out of the final corner. You saw he was getting a little bit loose.
Absolutely. He's jumped in front. They are quick drivers.
Yeah, we have got a good mix-up of class of drivers in here. Few new boys on for show, and so far the incidents have been few and far between. So it's good to see a lot of clean racing, and then this sort of class and group promotes that.
Well, it does, yes. And I saw a bit of tapping going on there with yourself and Mr. Edmonds in turn two, which is good. It was good, clean driving, a little bit of paint rubbing, and that's what it's all about. That's what this class is about.
Yeah, I know what they say, rubbing is racing.
Rubbing is racing.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I don't know. I mean, Edmonds like sort of trade mine. Whoa, there's a couple there on a drift, but anyway. Obviously, the director's picked up something else.
Oh, we've got someone shooting. Oh, look at the mess there. So there are a couple there. That's Parr shifting back. Canadian, he's lost it too. DUR shifting right back as well. That helped me.
Christoph got sent way back in the field there.
He did, yes. Actually, I was following at that point of time. I was only 2 cars back, and unfortunately, the car behind him just outbraked themselves, really. That's pretty much what it looked like from my end. And obviously from Chris's end, he probably wouldn't have been a happy camper.
Like Jason Mons kind of came out smelling like a rose there.
Yeah, he seems
dodged his way through the accident.
Yeah, you get lucky.
Yeah, well.
I think you might disagree. Luck had everything to do with it, but
Well, I think, luck plays a percentage in it. Definitely so.
Yeah, you can only drive fast for so far before an accident is inevitable, I think.
Yeah, if you watch the counter on the left with all the placings, you'll see I've disappeared back down again and then moved back up there. I was actually involved in an incident where a car had spun out in front of me and I had nowhere to go and T-boned him.
Flickering flicks.
The flickering flicks. There, Casper's in the house, yep.
The top 3, Tex, Edmonds, and Mons.
Yeah, I know how to lose a race.
So we're Christoph now. We saw a lot of him in qualify as well. There's Martin. They seem to be moving quite quickly. This is the front end of the group. So this is Martin chasing Tex. You haven't collapsed under pressure yet, Tex. So good on you, mate. You're doing all right.
Oh, give me time. Give me time.
And that's Mons behind Martin too, isn't it? He's driving the Citroen, I think. One of the few people not using a Volvo.
Yeah, see, Romeo's moved himself up to 8th position.
Yeah, I was chasing him for quite a bit, actually. I'm a car behind him at the moment. He's doing well, doing really well. A little bit too good. I'm going to have words to him, I think.
Yeah, Chris Durlson back there got tangled up when that accident occurred, but he's still maintaining 11th, doing pretty well.
Yeah, he had a reasonable recovery, I imagine. I didn't see that bit, but yeah.
Hey, what was that fucking nuts for? See, I told you he likes coat and paint.
Pushing you along. So
he knocks my setups off as well.
he's doing all right. So the top three is Tex, Edmonds and Mons, battling it quite closely.
I'm getting hassled. It's been pack bashed by 3 Canadians. Hello.
Well, it's good to see one Aussie up there.
Whoa,
oh, Mr. Mons.
Yeah,
whoa, nearly made a major accident there
Got a little
too.
too loose.
A little bit too loose, yeah. I think he needs to go and do some dirt rally. Sort that one out.
Nah, I think you'll find he was coming in a lot faster than what Martin was, and he had to jump on the anchors to avoid a collision there. I think you'll probably find that's what happened on that one.
That is a great in-car shot there of Martin overtaking Tex. Yeah. There we go. That was the collapse under pressure now, is it?
Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. There's a bit more rubbing and racing there.
I just saw you reappear.
There you go. Yes, I was in the thick of a battle here. I'm actually not too far from the incident I thought happened earlier, but it hadn't, so I'm still about to arrive to it. There's me forcing my car in there. It won't give me any room or anywhere to go.
Man, a decisive move by Christoph Durlson back
Absolutely,
there. Moved up
yes.
2 positions.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the thing about these cars, Christoph's generally pretty fast as far as driving goes, but like I said, these are pretty unforgiving little cars. They really sort of snap on you if you come in and unsettle them.
And they're quite closely matched too, so you really have to be quite nudgy and wide shoulders.
Yeah, I'm guessing these Volvos have like a T5 or something in them, turbocharged 5-cylinder.
Yeah, I think we mentioned they were breaking up around about 400 horsepower, so there's no slouch when it comes to power to weight, that's for sure.
And there's Andy in the limelight.
The Hammer. Yeah, he had a good race. He's getting really used to his Oculus at the moment and really putting in some... he's come back on pace, there's no doubt about that. So I'll be, as the league progresses, I'll be keeping a bit of an eye on him.
Yes, he'll be one of the guys to watch, definitely so. So they all come shooting down the main straight. That was Sunway Lagoon corner just before the main straight, turn 8 as they shoot through, which is quite a drifty corner. And if you overbrake yourself, you can head out into the grass and do some mowing, as we saw in qualifying with quite a few cars. And this is turn 2.
It was pretty heavy on the brakes this track, there's no doubt about that. Sort of flat out and then in a straight line, really hit the anchors and try and drive it through the apex of the corner. But lucky, if you watch those discs glowing, they're probably around the 600-700 degree mark at minimum. So very warm indeed.
They are, and just that last corner we just saw before, which was turn 3, is one of those overtaking areas too. I did quite a few late dives in that one, which lifted me 1 or 2 places after my mess that I got involved in. And this is another very technical corner. You do come in at quite a rate of knots before you enter that turn 8, that right-hander. And again, you hit quite a rate of knots coming down the main straight. I find this little kink
we got
here
Mons
to the
there.
right.
He's doing really well on the Citroen. He's obviously a car that he
big
likes.
push there. Big push. Is he
Try it
going
on
to
the
get him?
inside.
It is. What a great move. Is he going to pull it off? This is where we need VR, so we can get someone to look right and left and give us... there he is. He's
Good
shot
spot.
through. Andy did not dive under the brakes.
Getting a bit soft in his old age.
Yes, must be.
That looked like a pretty good move from where I was sitting.
It looked fantastic, I have to say. Hats off.
Very clean manoeuvre. At least it was no rubbing and barging. It was just, and that's good about the ESR crew. They do run a pretty tight ship when it comes to these sort of races. But overall, the racing's pretty clean. It's tight, fair, bit of rub. That's all good. But no one intentionally goes out to sort of take one another out. That's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Gotta say, I love the sound of that Volvo howling down the straightaway.
Yeah, I hear you. They run up around about 7,000 RPM. I mean, everything sounds good at that sort of volume.
It does. Well, I've driven around in the Honda on this track when I was doing some testing, and I have to say I prefer the sound of the Honda. It has a nicer, deeper screen to it, but as the car handling, it's nowhere. It drives like a boat.
Yeah, I've always been a Civic fan, OMP fan most of my life, and they have a certain handling characteristic to a Civic that you don't find in many other cars, and with the new engines they're putting in them, over 2 liters nowadays, like they really have a little gusto.
Little gusto, yeah, absolutely, yeah, definitely so.
Mind you, at least the Civic's a bit more sort of impressive with the paint job. There seems to be something really static about the Volvos. Like they only sort of come out on the production line in one hit.
That's it. You can have any colour you want as long as it's blue. Again, turn 2 is a great overtaking area here if you get the lines in, and even sometimes going deep can actually bring you out quicker, strangely enough. Not always though. As you saw a couple of cars back there actually going quite deep into that corner, which runs you out into the ripple strips on the left there.
Wow, neck and neck with the Citroen into turn 3.
Absolutely. That's Tex there pushing through, chasing Mons.
Yeah, Jason's a bit of a tight customer, I'll tell you. He's very hard to catch up, overtake. He generally, he's very consistent too. It's not often that he makes too many mistakes. Yeah, hats off to him. He's one of the number 1 drivers for a reason, and that's probably why.
So you're starting to work.
I think at this stage Andy was yelling out to me and over the radio, telling me to hurry up. I was already at full throttle. Come on.
Yes. At least we can't see the hands coming out the window.
Yes, one being perpendicular to the sky.
Oh, absolutely. It's a nice short track too, for us older guys that have suffer from short-term memory loss. We can actually keep reasonable memory status of this track.
Huh? What'd you say?
Exactly.
I've always been more of a fan of the long road track stretching through the hills and stuff.
I'm sure as the season goes on. Yeah. The green hell, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that's my track.
I'm sure we will do one of those. We did one of those last year. That was a very interesting track to do, and I think that was our enduro run where we raced for 1 hour.
Yeah, probably did about 4 laps.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Not one of your better runs there, Tex.
Yeah, it's no joke. The old Nürburgring, I think it's about 20 kilometers per lap, I think.
So 6 minutes to go, guys. I suppose we're coming to the sprint towards the end. Again, we're watching the battle between 10th, 9th and 8th, if I've got those placings right.
Yeah, we've got a nice little battle there. I think we got Christoph, Khan, and it's just turning out to be a good little scrap, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's at his time of 1:02.259. That's really on it.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all, yeah.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of good little battles going on here, and I think that was a good thing about this class. I've never driven many laps in anger around these cars before, and they're actually not a bad little class for balanced power. They've really got that sorted on with these ones.
Yeah, and it seems to be you're always racing with somebody too. You'll see the gaps here and there. Whoa, we have a slide there. That's from Christoph drifting. There's a couple of guys leaning off the left there on the grass
again. Someone tell me it was a race, not a drift event?
Wow, I think we might have to change the name of this series.
I think everybody maintained pretty well there. No harm was done.
That's true, yes. Again, the quality of driving is pretty good.
Yeah, he did well to cover it back up because generally these things snap. It's all just along for the ride after that. John Barker, he's the man from England. He driving the Honda at the moment. He really had a good run in this race. Really sort of drove very well, that's for sure.
Yeah, and his times are very good too, the 102.2, and I was saying before, I think it was Christoph, was it? It was a 102.8 or 9, so his times again even quicker.
Yep, and check out the battle for 5th place going on between the Spaniard and the Brit and the Chevrolet and the Honda.
That's the way we like it.
Yeah, well, on Ricky had Ricky Havas, he had a great little race. He right up there amongst the top 10, and he's driving very well indeed.
Yeah, this little kink here as you come down the main straights, we just turn a little bit right. It feels really weird the first time you're on this track because of those ripple strip lines.
The Chevrolet locking up into the first turn.
Nice call, I saw that, yep.
Very easy to push wide at that turn. It's you're coming in so hot. And this one here, well, as you'll see me later on, it's just one of those corners that the car gets extremely unsettled if you just happen to, not really get the corner line set up. And right now, I think Andy's really starting to hassle. So,
that's some close racing there, yep.
Don't worry, it was off mirrors full of Andy. Don't worry
Absolutely. I think he got the draft down there, so it slingshots him down into turn 2. Will he pull it up? Yeah, well done.
Got big brakes and a wide ass, what can I say?
Here's the battle for second between Jason Mons and Tex.
Mons and Edmonds, they had a good battle towards the end, during this race, so they're really on each other, that's for sure.
Well, yeah, if he keeps it up, especially this late in the race, I think a lot of people watching who haven't done this track or class, whoa!
And there we go.
That was you, Tex, there mowing the grass, was it?
Yeah, it wasn't Andy's fault. I got all loose. The car was going sideways well before he hit me, and it was he had nowhere to go. That's the end of the story.
Yeah, it's in recovery mode now, are we? Yeah, as I was saying. Yeah. As I was saying towards the end there, all the tyres are coming off now too, so we'd be having flashing yellows and flashing reds on our dash for the guys that are running around, so the cars are really understeering really badly now, so maybe that had a little bit of to do with your incident there, Tex. And you'll notice the times are pretty damn good for tyres that are worn out. They're about to get in the 101s. You're just looking at Jason Mons here.
I can tell the drivers are pushing hard for this last minute of the race.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, the 1 minute countdown, for sure.
Yeah, I think Jason was giving Martin a bit of a hurry up on that one.
Wow, look at the Citroen getting sideways.
That was a nice shot. It's a shame we haven't got slow-mo. So we should put that out there if anybody wants to put their hand up for the commentary team to do some editing and be involved in that way. You don't all have to talk, so we always love a guest speaker to come in.
Yeah, for sure. We're down to the last 49 seconds. It's been pretty much the last lap of it all, and where everyone crosses the line from here on in is where they're going to stay for this race, that's for sure.
Yeah, got the Canadians taking the lead.
Yes, they have.
Followed up by the Spaniards.
Do you know what flag that is for her? I've never seen that before. Isn't a Chevrolet?
I believe that is a Spanish flag.
A Spanish flag, is it? Okay, there you go. Yeah, we certainly cover the world here. Alright, right, 15 seconds to go. We are at the pointy end. The pressure is on. The guys are fighting really hard now. And these are for points too, for the season series too. So they're racing for real.
Ken came out of nowhere, took 6th place, the American. Yes.
I will let him have that. Okay.
Oh, or is he going to get 5th place?
Oh, he might get 5th place too. Wow. Tex, what are you doing?
Falling back, making mistakes. It was all over by then. Tyres were shot. Car was coming off. Can I say? But anyway, that's the way it goes some days.
So after the clock runs out, I guess that the last lap is after the clock runs out, huh?
It would be too, yeah. There'll be a clock countdown now, so the guys in the field will be.
Someone disappeared in the bushes back there, mowing some grass.
Oh,
Race
wow.
well out to the
Yeah. Last lap push. It's like a nice finish here. Steve Carmen and Hoff.
Yeah, Steve Carmen, he brought a couple of guys across from Raleigh. He's generally a dirt boy, so it's good to see them come in and try their efforts at tarmac. And well, there you go. That's how the race finished. And
Final result.
well done to all the participants for sure.
Absolutely.
Great
Final
race.
results
Didn't
there.
go how I thought it would. Look, the Volvos all started out near the top and kind of all filtered their way into the middle.
Yeah, there's a lot of blue in that field, that's for sure.
There's a lot of blue in that field, that is true. So the top 5 are Mons, Edmonds, Hervis, if I'm pronouncing that right, Barker and Kenny. So I can go up
Well
to those
done to all
guys.
the participants. Thanks, guys, for coming on board and helping us today narrate the race, and we will definitely see you at the next one.
I had great fun. Enjoyed myself. It was an exciting race, and can't wait for the next one.
Too right. All right, we're signing out, guys. See you later.
See you next time.